Alright, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 223. Now, last week I said that I was coming back into the darkness, and I was going to do, last month, not last month, back in May when I did the Grindhouse review, I said that I was going to go further down the line and do the other reviews on Planet Terror and Death Proof. Well, I said I was going to go in depth with them. Well, here we are right here, man. Planet Terror. I was going to go in depth with it, and here it is, man. A lot went on in this movie, so let's get to it, man. I tell you, Planet Terror, 2007. I'm still in the 1990s. 2007. Starring Rose McGowan, Freddie Rodriguez, Michael Biehn, Jeff Fahey, Josh Brolin, pre-Thanos Josh Brolin, Marley, Shelton, Stacey Ferguson, Fergalicious, whatever you want to call her, however you know her. And then there's the legendary Bruce Willis. I tell you, man, Bruce Willis, he wasn't even supposed to be in this movie, but dude shows up one day on set and he's in full costume, and he's dude got friends at high places, so yeah, they put him in this movie. And he has a prominent character in this movie also. Yeah, the movie is directed by Robert Rodriguez, my main man. Produced by Elizabeth Evelyn, Robert Rodriguez, and Quentin Tarantino. Written by Robert Rodriguez. Music by Robert Rodriguez. Cinematography by Robert Rodriguez. Edited by Robert Rodriguez and Ethan Maniquis. And that will be pretty much it. Robert Rodriguez. I tell you, that guy, he just that guy, man. Dude wears so many hats, figuratively and literally. He just that guy, man. The only thing that he don't do is act. But yeah, this movie though, oh boy. Very, very exciting, man. Very exciting. This movie is one of the most entertaining, one of the most entertaining zombie movies I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, it's an action comedy, but yeah, it's one of the most entertaining zombie movies in the last nearly 20 years now. Great stuff, though. Yeah, Planet Terror. I mean, yeah, you have Freddie Rodriguez here. No relation to Robert Rodriguez. But you have Freddie Rodriguez here playing a character named El Rey. And this guy, a little dude, but he is one tough Mexican. One-man army, this guy. I mean, the things that he can do with a couple of butterfly knives, run up the wall, flip over, still go and work with the butterfly knives. I'm telling you, man. Real amazing stuff in this movie. Michael Biehn, he plays the sheriff. Yeah, the door's open. Yeah, he coming in. He got his deputy, played by legendary Tom Savini. And you got his other deputy, played by the original El Mariachi. I tell you, this guy. Yeah, these guys, man, yeah, they coming in the door. Man, you can see that business has just picked up. Man, especially if they got those serious faces here. Michael Bean with that serious look on his face, man. Look like he's about to take on another Terminator or another Xenomorph. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, business just picked up. And yeah, and then there's a, a nice little appearance by Quentin Tarantino in this movie. He just shows up out of nowhere, you know. Yeah, he plays a rapist. Yeah, yeah. He was going for Cherry Darling. You know? Yeah, you're a dancer. Well, I'm pulling you out of retirement. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, dance, bitch. Break a leg. Break it off. Yeah, but he got his though. But I tell you though, man, yeah, this movie, yeah, it just screams entertainment. It screams joy. It screams laughter. Not too much joy. I mean, it's still a horror movie. You know, it's still a zombie movie. But you know, it just gives you. It really gives you your just desserts, man. It really gives you your just desserts. Yeah, you know, part of the part of the first half of the Grindhouse experience, you know. And yeah, the story though, the story, you got a Naveen Andrews character, Naveen Andrews from Lost, the TV show Lost. His character, he's a scientist, and he's got the cause of this disease that turns everybody into these nasty ass gruesome, very gruesome zombies. And yeah, speaking of which, this is a zombie movie, and there's a certain character that you may or may not, just depending on if you've seen Day of the Dead. But yeah, he shows up in this movie, and yeah, he was very well known for being torn apart by a horde of zombies. They just dig their hands into him. They just tear him apart. And Day of the Dead, and yet you see him in this movie, and when the shit went down at the hospital, you know, you can almost hear him say, "Not again." But yeah, he's getting torn apart again by a bunch of zombies, man. I mean, it was just a great homage to that film. But yeah, Day of the Dead was definitely definitely one of the influences. Yeah, because that movie was pretty much a horror comedy also. But yeah, that movie, yeah, he was pretty much one of the influences for this thing. And yeah, he got Robert Rodriguez doing the music in this movie. You know, he wanted to get John Carpenter to do the music in this movie, but yeah, yeah, John Carpenter's music was pretty much the inspiration. I mean, he played Carpenter's music throughout the duration of filming. So yeah, it was an inspiration to do the Grindhouse theme, and then do the score through all throughout. But yeah, when you hear Rodriguez score in this movie, you know it does sound a lot like what Carpenter would have put out. So yeah, man, I tell you, this movie is one huge trip, one huge fan festival into the land of nostalgia, and yeah, it did not disappoint at all. You know, El Rey, you know, you know, sheriff say, give them the guns, give them all the guns. You know, El Rey got it, one gun, Cherry give him another. Next thing you know, he start wooding this sucker, wooding the other one, wooding both of them. You know, everybody is just in awe. Yeah, Jeff Fahey, JT's character, Jeff Fahey's character, JT, he looking at like, yeah, the boy's got a devil in him. Yeah, because he do. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, this guy, he got his superpowers, man. He's wielding one gun, wielding the other one, you know. Yeah, he took on the role of leader right then and there, because yeah, this dude he been here before, and you can tell he been here before when he was fighting those zombies in the hospital, Get on latex gloves, then you get the butterfly knives, he started slicing up, he started slicing them up, man, each and every single one of them, you know, yeah. Running out the ball, flipping over, start slicing them. Try not to get the blood on him, Everybody is running, and he's only son of a bitch crazy enough to go through the doors, and he starts slicing them up more, slicing up more of them, slicing and stabbing all over the place, man. I tell you, yeah, El Rey, yeah, that is one tough Mexican, and he's just a one-man army doing his thing, man. Yeah, but one of the most funniest part about this is, you're seeing, not to make fun of people who are amputees, but you're seeing Cherry Darling, you know, with her one leg. But, throughout the movie, she is feeling down on herself because, she know that she can do more. But the girl, she's a dreamer, says she'll be a doctor. She talked about it enough, you know, never became a doctor. Now she says she gonna be a stand-up comedian, but she's not really funny. Yeah, she just really down on herself. She got all these talents, but it's just so useless. But later on, once the shit really hit the fan, you know, she's a one leg, but she used that leg, she used that wooden leg to take out the rapist. But yeah, I tell you though, once El Rey gave her the what's that? What's that? What's that machine gun that he gave her? Yeah, once El Rey gave her a modified M4 carbine assault rifle with a M203 grenade launcher. When he gave her that and attached that to her leg, to her stump, oh boy, I tell you, that right there, it gave her superpowers. He gave her some empowerment. Now that she can use that assault rifle, blast away everybody, use the grenade launcher, fire it off, blow up everything and everybody. Yeah, yeah, seeing Cherry Darling in action. Yeah, this really blows away all laws of physics, because Yeah, because she used that grenade launcher to launch herself in the air, fire off another one, blow up some people that were infected. Yeah, she lands on the ground. She spins around, use the machine gun, take out everybody else, going around. I mean, this is just one of the craziest things ever. But you see her in action, and she is just being a real cool badass little girl, huh? Badass, hot ass chick. Man. I tell you, yeah, man, the booty on this girl, boy. I tell you. I mean, hey, she got a short skirt, and those bottom cheeks, they are just looking oh so plump. Hey, I'm a guy, so yeah, get used to it. But yeah, I tell you though, man, yeah, a lot of highlights in this movie. Dr. Dakota Block, Marley Shelton. Mm, yeah, her character in this movie, yeah, she was well, her hands were incapacitated throughout most of the film because her husband, you know, mad that she's cheating on him. So yeah, he take one of her special needles, start poking at her hands, just so he can see her sidekick, her two way. You remember one of those things, right? The two-way pager, and you can see the last three messages on that thing. Yeah, so once her hands started to numb up, it just she couldn't hold on no more, and he just slid right out. So yeah, she couldn't use her hands throughout majority of the movie, but once that time came when she saved when she saved Cherry from getting raped. Once that time came, man, yeah, she had these needles. She customized that she can projectile needles. You know, once she started using those, yeah, man, yeah, she stands up, spins that sucker, put it back in her strap satchel around her leg. Yeah, hand comes up. Whoo-hoo. Her superpowers came back, Jack. That moment right there. That was the cheering moment. A lot of cheers in this movie, but that was the cheering moment in this movie because you saw what happened to her. You saw why she couldn't use her hands. You saw, you know, everything up to that point. And when she got to that point, you know, oh man, it was just one of the coolest things ever, ever, Jack, in this movie. One of the coolest things ever in this movie. Yeah, speaking of highlights, I mean, yeah, you got Rose McGowan, you got Marley Shelton. Oh, you got and you got Stacey Ferguson, Fergie Ferg, Fergalicious, Yeah, you got her. Yeah, the lighting on her, whether it was her stomach, whether it was that nice firm ass of hers, whether it was those boobs, those luscious, nice, beautiful boobs of hers, or whether it was just that gorgeous face of hers, man. Every single part of her was a highlight. Hey, you know, yeah, that's a rough roast. Yeah, this movie, it just has a lot of everything. You got you got the thrills, you got the chills, you got the cheers, and you got the hot chicks, man. And there's a lot of action, a lot of gore. I mean, hell, Savini's character, man. You know, he had his finger bit clean off. You know, but yeah, you know, when he started to get into the fight with one of those things, man, yeah, he picked up his gun. Next thing you know, yeah, he came at one of them, looked like he was punching him in the stomach, and then he gave him an uppercut. Hell, yeah, he was punching him, but yeah, he was letting off shots with every punch, you know. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, that was just one of the that was some crazy ass shit, though. That was some badass shit, though. I tell you, oh man, I tell you, Michael Biehn in this movie, you know, oh boy, you know, it's not very often that you see this guy do stuff, but once he does, man, it is something special. And seeing him do his thing in this movie was really something special. You know, yeah, it was the old days of old days of the '80s, man. You know, seeing him do his thing in Terminator, seeing him do his thing in Aliens. You know, seeing him do his thing in Navy SEALs. Man, I tell you, being the badass in those movies, and then you got him coming back in this movie, and he just being the badass in this movie, man. I tell you, oh boy, a lot of badassery in this movie. You know, a lot of this movie is just this movie is really damn good shit. I mean, it's straight up 5 out of 5, man. I mean, you know, Rodriguez, you know, he one of my favorite guys, you know. No denying it. I said it many times before, and I'm gonna keep saying it until I see a movie that I did not of his that I did not like. I'm gonna keep saying it. He's one of my favorite guys, man. One of my favorite directors. You know, love watching his movies. You know, even the Spy Kids films. I love watching his movies, man. Yeah, Robert Rodriguez. You know, he put a lot of his heart, blood, sweat, and tears into this movie, man. But he does that in every single movie. I mean, hey, the majority of the crew is him. Yeah, director, writer, co-producer, the composer, cinematography, the editor. Only thing he don't do is act. Even though he did make a guest appearance on an episode of George Lopez, but still, you know, this man, you know, he just does it all. He just does it all. In this movie, it was just one hell of a ride. Yeah, straight up 5 out of 5, man. Planet Terror. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. Now, next week, I'm staying in the darkness because the other half of the Grindhouse coming at you at 200 miles per hour. So you keep it locked right here for that. Check my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, this show is off.